Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Make sure you subscribe and you press those post notifications so you can see all my videos when I do post. In this video, I am going to be showing you guys how I do mini twists. So I was inspired by this old video of myself where I was doing mini twists, and my mini twists look fire. I also was inspired by this girl named Jenna Unleashed. She's like a vlogger. She posts like her daily life or whatever, but I'm more so interested in looking at like her hair. I find the way that she does her twist to be like really nice, and I like that how she wears her twist like this, like her go-to style, and she makes them last and they just look really good. Like I think they look really good on her, and her hair is really long. There's another girl named Alicia, what's her name? Alicia something. She's on Instagram. Her hair is literally to her thighs. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. Her hair is so freaking long. And she only really wears her hair in twists. I like her twists as well. And like her twists are literally like with the shrinkage and everything. Her hair is like 4A, and with shrink, like it's like 3C 4A. And with shrinkage and everything, I would say her hair like comes to her waist, like with her twist. And I think it's so cute, and I think it's like a good protective style. I think it's a good protective style, and it's cute. I kind of got on like a whole riff of like the like stretch style natural look or whatever, but it's really just not for me. I mean, I like the way my hair looks stretched, and I will probably do it periodically because I do like it, but it's not something that I want to do like every day. Kind of was thinking about doing it like, oh, it's a style I'm gonna go to, but it's just not for me. Like I really like my hair to be moisturized. I like my hair to feel moisturized, and I just don't feel like my hair is properly moisturized like that. So I'm gonna just do what I know works for me. Almond J twisting butter. So I'm gonna just do more like natural styles that last. Cause I am trying to grow my hair out. I'm not gonna be cutting my hair anymore. Like those big chops days are gone. I know you guys probably like think I'm like a big chop queen or something at this point because I big chop so many times, but I don't plan on big chopping anymore. My only concern about these mini twists is my hair is, I would say, as you would say, heat trained. You could say heat damaged, but I don't really want to say that because my hair is not damaged. Like my hair is very healthy, it's very full, it's very thick. My ends are superb, so I don't really want to say heat damaged. I'm gonna be using my Handy Dandy butter oil mix that I make myself as my sealant to lock in all this moisture. So yeah, like I said, I don't want to call it heat damage because my hair's not damaged. But I guess if you want to technically say that, you can if you want, because my curl pattern isn't as tight, I guess, or as like it's a lot more sleek, if you will. A lot more sleek than it used to be. In some areas, it's not as curly. I'm not gonna lie to you. So, you know, I do want to grow it out again and get it back into shape as far as how fluffy and tight my curls were before. Kind of nervous because I'm very particular about my hair and how my hair looks. I really don't like when mini twists look scalpy. You know, like some mini twists look really scalpy. So I'm gonna try to avoid that. I'm gonna make them pretty, like kind of small, not too small, like but small enough where hopefully the scalp, it swells and you won't be able to see the scalp. Also too, I am worried that my hair may not swell as much as it would, as it did before because of the heat training. Sleek hair, it's not as frizzy as it used to be. So, we'll see. And like in the front especially, it's mostly in the front my hair is like that. The ends on the left side don't curl as much as they used to. Actually, the hair on the right side doesn't curl as much as it used to either, but the curls on the right side are still curly. It's just not as curly, I would say. So, and that's from me getting my hair silk pressed like every 2 months consistently for a year and a half. So, I mean, kind of like when I went into it, I knew that the possibility that my hair would get heat damage. I understood the risk, and I was okay with it. Because at the time, I just really wanted to enjoy straight hair for a little bit because I hadn't in years. Not like a silk press, silk straight hair. Like, cause whenever I do my own straight hair, my hair was never as straight as as my hairdresser got it. And I just wanted to enjoy that for a while, which I'm not even mad at. But now I think I'm ready to get back into my health. Again, I will not be cutting my hair. Just gonna grow it out. And over time, trim off whatever hair, needs to get trimmed as I would any other, normally. Over time, it'll like grow out. So yeah, right now I'm just moisturizing my hair because I've learned that I like to moisturize my hair first before I begin, because I used to just like moisturize as I go, and my hair would end up the hair that would like not be moisturized as I like. Basically, the hair that I did last would be dry, and I didn't like that. That got on my nerves. It also takes longer because you're like moisturizing as you go and like doing individual braids or twists or whatever. It just takes longer. Whereas if you just moisturize all at once in the beginning section, moisturize, and then just go back and style, you don't really have to worry about moisture at all because it's already moisturized. I also plan on making the style last like 10 days or so. I'm not really a 2-week washer. I think it's entirely too long to go without washing your hair, and my scalp is just not used to that. I don't even go that long when I wear a silk press. Back in the day when I used to wear my hair silk pressed more often, I used to get silk presses like once a month back in the day. When I say back in the day, I mean like high school. I would wear my hair straight for like 2 weeks for sure. Sometimes even 3 weeks. But by 3 weeks, my scalp would be hurting so bad. But yeah, I don't even bother doing that to myself anymore. I know my hair can tolerate up to 10 days very well, so I just do that. I don't want to push it, and I don't mind the excess, washing my hair, because my hair just gets moisturized properly during a wash. And I wouldn't even say that heat training is from root to tip. I would say like this much of my hair is okay, and this part of it is the part that's heat trained. It still curls, it's just not as curly as it was. I'm splitting the back in half, and then I'm going to split this in half. Make sure you get that kitchen, girl. The bottom, like this very bottom of my hair, also got caught in the crossfire of heat training, if you will. It's definitely not as kinky, or it's definitely not as curly as it used to be. Back here used to curl like really in really tight styles. Now it's like really loose. So that's annoying. So I feel like this might stretch a little more, or not be in conjunction with the rest of my, or shrink as much as the rest of my hair. Because it definitely lost some of its like shrinkage factor. Crazy, it's like I would never think I would be missing shrinkage, but it doesn't match the shrinkage of the rest of my hair. You'll see when I'm done. And that's what I'm also worried about with these twists, is I'm afraid that this is going to look stringy. But on the bottom, where it else used to shrink up and be nice and plump. But look. What is this called? A hair journey? Yeah, exactly. So. Also too, I part my hair this way because I part it the way I want it to fall. I like the twists to sit on top of each other like this and in rows. That way the hair is paired up with similar length, because my hair is, I do have long layers. I just think it lays better on top of itself. When it swells, you don't see the parts as much. That's like my biggest thing, is I don't like being able to see my parts. When I used to do like the brick braiding, part your hair in a brick style for twists, you can see the parts more. I don't like that. I don't mind it for my braids, but I don't like it for my twists. Also, when I moisturize my hair like all at once like this, I use less product, because I find I'll use more product for like one twist, and then that one twist will be like crazy oily. Alright, so this is how my hair is sectioned. Alright y'all, I'm gonna start in the front. I'm gonna do a middle part this time. So I'm gonna start on the side. This side is the loosest side. I'm nervous for this side. And I'm worried, y'all, because this side I actually might be able to call heat damage. Because when I used to do my wash and go, I would scrunch it, and eventually it'll like, see how it's starting to curl up. But girl, look at that curl. I don't know. Split it in half evenly. And when you get at the root, you want to like twirl it, because you want it tight at the root. Twice maybe, and then just twist regular. All right, I wanted you to see up close. So this is like my real texture. This is my real texture. This is my fake texture. It's a lot silky. This side is just not giving, but up here it is. So yeah, guys, I'm about to grow it out. He's a little stringy twist girl. I see it. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep twisting and twisting. It's gonna take 10 years, but yeah, I'll be back. Okay, y'all, so I finished this side. They look like little squigglies. But this is my mini twist. They're pretty mini. Now, if my hair wasn't heat trained or whatever the heck, these would be a lot like fuller. They are shrinking up because when I first like did them, they were hanging really low, and now the ends are starting to really curl up. All right, y'all. So I got a couple of these done on this side. I'm gonna move on. Y'all, I don't think next time I do this, I'm gonna do them this small. This is taking entirely too long. I think I spent 2 hours just doing the front, y'all. For real.
Thursday.
Gel.
I did work yesterday from home.
All right, y'all. So I finished the front. I started at like 2:30. It is 4:12. And this is what I've got going. I like it because I can't see my parts. The side is still kind of wet, so it'll take a minute. This side always shrinks more than this side, as you can see. And I already did this side. This is probably where the shrinkage is gonna stop. It might shrink a little bit more, but this is gonna continue to shrink. So hopefully it doesn't shrink too much more because it's gonna be like I've kind of learned to live with this side being more shrunken than the other side. Like I just kind of learned to live with it. So you know, it is what it is because it's always been that way. All right, now we're gonna start the back, y'all. All right, let's do it. I'm gonna split these all in half. So these are gonna be 8 sections. All right, y'all. So almost there. Yeah, this shrinkage right here in the middle, I don't know if y'all can see, is the kind of shrinkage I'm looking for. That fluffy shrinkage. All right, y'all, so we're on the last leg. We have the crown. Very last section. One thing I can say that I do like is that you can't see my scalp. That was my goal. Is I really didn't want to be able to see my scalp. I hate when I can see my scalp when I do twists because it just looks, my hair, first of all, it just doesn't look good. It looks thin and weird. I don't know, it doesn't look good when your scalp is like all visible. I mean, obviously you can see my scalp a little bit, but it's for the most part very packed in. So I like that, especially since the fact that my hair is like kind of stringy in the front. I really am glad I can't see my scalp because that would have just made it worse. So the back looks very full. The curls are very popping. So yeah, no heat on my hair for a while. I'll be using my Revair to stretch it and stuff, which doesn't really have a whole lot of heat at all. I think the highest setting is like 180, which is like nothing. Whereas like when you flatten your hair, you literally can use like 410. I use like 410. So that's a big difference. So, you know, I'll use the Revair or whatever, but I will not be using heat on my hair for a very long time. I don't even know when I'll use heat or straighten again, honestly. I don't really care about seeing parts like at like intersections or whatever, but I don't like seeing them like all throughout, you know? This side, is like, you know, the curls like want to be spiral because they're naturally very spirally, but they're like kind of like a little bit. The back looks really good though. The back is like kind of forming the way it's supposed to form. It's plumping the way it's supposed to plump. It's curling the bottoms the way it's supposed to curl. It looks really juicy. It looks really good. So I actually really like it. So yeah, and even like the hair down here that I thought was going to be stringy, not as bad as I thought it would be. It's like this piece, really. This is the piece that'd be stringier than the others. My edges also look pretty good. They're really neat. Yeah, look at that. Edges is neat. Hey guys, so it's the next day. So this is how I slept. I put all my twists in this bonnet. I just kind of like tuck them in nicely. There's nothing else underneath here, but in my bonnet is like some satin inside. So there's like satin inside the bonnet, so it's not rubbing against anything else. I'm just gonna like flip it off. Just show you out. And this is how it looks. It looks pretty good. I don't even feel like I really need to do much. But I have a water bottle with hot, warmish water. I'm just gonna spritz it. Just spritz it, just to like loosen it again a little bit more and like get it a little more plump. And that's it. And that's it, just a spritz, just to kind of like loosen it up. Okay, and that's what the twists look like. These will just loosen up. They're very flowy, actually. So it's like an easy way, nighttime routine, just pop a bonnet on. In the morning, you take some hot water, you spritz it if it's a little wonky, if there's like some twists that are a little wonky or whatever. And here is how I look. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.